Listen, baby, he's trying to get new boats, you know. Just trying to get boats, you know. Oh, great. Thanks. Support either way.
Hi, good morning. How you doing?
Just to see you.
You see Bob with the grandpa again?
I did. Yeah, just that front part of me.
We did.
They were. They're back now. So they've done that. I think they're going out there like that. Second or third, maybe in December. You know, they wanted to make sure they were there when the baby was born.
Yeah.
So, you know, didn't go when it was born.
Right.
Her family maybe is from California, something like that. They were in Boston. Outside of I thought they were in East.
Taking it off, little boy?
That's really what I'm
Hi, Bob. How are you?
Doing?
Good.
Yeah, because there was one. We all needed him to go on. We just couldn't get him there fast. We're all excited. He's on vacation. He's got a long summer.
See how you doing?
I'm not going to wait for the end. I already got
Yeah.
I'm not approving that. What was the bad? Well, this guy and I were joking from the serious point of view, because it is serious, because this stuff is serious. Only trying to put
Always looks, always dressed in She's always chatting something in the line, you know, which is fine. I mean, there's some signatures, yes. She's the one sitting there by herself, you know, following.
You didn't get my consent. Oh, hey, nice job. You get a flop of my hands, do what I tell Not that I normally say anything wrong, but I'm not, that's only saying trail. I
don't know where you get that from.
Went down the stairs here to the bathroom. Going down outside, softball's in, coming off. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Just caught it on the chair. Everybody can hear Jesus every day.
Good morning. Just give us one more minute here. We're waiting on one more council member. Amanda will be here with us shortly. She just had to run out, so we will get started in just a few minutes. Well, once again, good morning. For those of you that may not know me, my name is Eric Rodriguez. I am the Interim Public Relations Director for the Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe. I thank you all for coming this morning. Good to see a lot of familiar faces out here, and always a good time of year for us. Biannually, we get to distribute these 2% funds that do a lot for our local areas of government and school districts. So we would like to start today in traditional manner. If I could have everybody please rise. Amanda Oldman is going to come up and say a prayer for us.
Good morning and welcome everyone today. Please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we come to you in the name of your precious Son, Jesus Christ. We ask for your presence as we begin our meeting this morning. We ask for your wisdom, knowledge, guidance, and understanding. Dear God, please help all and help all of us leaders that we may come together and work for the greater good of our communities. All this we pray, ask, and believe. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you much. So a lot of this isn't possible if we don't have our leadership here today, so I'd like to acknowledge some people here. This funding cycle, we had 381 total requests between the government and the schools. Isabella County had 293, with 46 coming from the government and 247 coming from the schools. Saginaw had 59 governmental requests and 29 school requests. So the Tribal Council has to make those tough decisions. If we were to fund all the projects, we would need just over $285 million to distribute for all those requests. We would love to be able to do that, but it's just not something that we can do at this time. So, but to introduce the folks here that had to make these decisions and reviewed all of these requests and prioritize them, trying to maximize those dollars to impact the communities as a whole, we have our Tribal Chief, Frank Latier, our Tribal Treasurer, Gail Rule, our Council Secretary, Michelle Kawa, our Sergeant at Arms, Ronnie Ekdahl, Council Member Amanda Oldman, Council Member Lindy Hunt, Council Member Candace Benzinger, Council Member Tim Davis, Council Member Kenny Spray, and District 2 Representative Ron Nelson. We also have our Sub-Chief Brett Jackson, who was not able to join us this morning as he wasn't feeling well, and our Tribal Chaplain Diana Quignall-Grendel, who is also not here. But we do thank these folks for making these decisions, pouring over these requests, and really going through the process of seeing how they can impact a lot of our communities. So once again, we thank them. It is my privilege and honor at this time to introduce Tribal Chief Frank Latier to come say a few words and some of the things that his council went through on this cycle.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to be with you folks again. As we wind down and get ready for our holiday season, it's always difficult when you have to make so many different decisions. And I've said it before, for so long I've worked for so many councils that had to struggle with these decisions, and then to finally have to be one of the team members that have to go through. It's difficult. It's really hard. But $257 million in requests. It boggles the mind to think of how much need there necessarily could be out there. It's absolutely amazing. But we have an incredible team on Tribal Council. They, of course, follow our traditional values. They value the elders. They have hope for the future of our youth. And then they literally look at what is necessary in our communities as far as health, safety, and welfare. And those are the things that take priority, because at the end of the day, if we're not good with each other, then we can't be good for those coming and going throughout our communities. So we try to do what we can to be strong enough in these decisions to make sure that every dollar is an impact and is felt and makes a difference. So excited to be on this side of the coin once again, looking for the future. If you notice, our dollars are up a little bit from the spring. Things are good. The economy's coming back step by step. So we're looking at some fantastic things for the future. Really kind of excited. I want to give a shout out to Jackie Rieger, our controller, who at this point in time has been very instrumental in helping us through this process. We have a new chief financial officer starting, but won't be starting with us till the 29th. We're really excited because that's going to make us whole as far as staffing. And I want to take this opportunity, and it is my distinct pleasure, to introduce to you our new Chief Executive Officer for the gaming operations, and that's Mr. Ray Rennie. Ray, you want to stand up and say hi? This is our executive. This is the guy you need to go to. If you want to know anything or enjoy some interaction with our gaming operations. We're very excited to have him. He comes with a very long list of accomplishments inside and outside of Indian country when it comes to gaming. He's got some very fresh and innovative approaches. So we're all over on this end quite excited and looking for a very positive future. So with that, I'm going to shut up now and let Eric get to doing his job. Once again, folks, thank you for being as thoughtful as you can with your requests. Thank you for being considerate to the needs of those around us, especially our students. And we look forward to enjoying a healthy, safe, and prosperous holiday season together. Miigwech.
Thank you, Chief Teacher. So it is good to see a lot of you folks here, and we see a lot of familiar faces we had at our first annual roundtable that we plan on doing in the future. These were discussions that we held, splitting up between the school districts and the government, just to talk about the needs we have in our communities, to find some similarities, to open some minds to say, oh, I didn't think about that, and we saw a lot of those similarities and the correlations in the requests. So we continue to have those roundtables. We have another one scheduled that will be coming in the spring. It'll be late January, early February, so we can talk and hopefully have an expedited process for these applications. So I know we're working with our IT department as well as administration, trying to see what we can do to help get those requests in a timely order and make sure that you can get all the information that you're wishing to include in those. So we will reach out to you folks once again here just after the holidays and let you know when those dates will be held. I couldn't do this all by myself, and I want to thank some people here that also helped make this possible today. We have our public relations staff. We have Sandy Sprague, our public relations manager, sitting up front here. Also our administrative assistant, Tracy Klitsch. She is the one making the phone calls to you and getting you guys all out here today. I don't see any members of our grants team here today, but they do a lot in really making this smooth and organizing all these requests for council review. So a big thanks to them. And of course, Jackie, as Chief Cloutier said, for helping making sure that we get these in a timely manner. So thank you to everyone involved. So now we'll get to the fun part where we start to begin giving away some money and then some checks and let you folks come up here and say a few words about that. So we will start with Isabella County. I'll ask that Chairman George Green and County Administrator Margaret McAvoy come up. And today, Isabella County is receiving $363,903.94.
I always bring support with me because I need it. This morning I started out and it was really foggy at my place, and so I started out a little early, driving about 10 miles an hour. When I got down here, things cleared up. And when I went in this room right here, they're really clear today why we're here, and that 2% disbursement. Everyone in this room realizes that the funding that's going to go on to do your projects and whatever you need is vital to this community. Very, very important. I want to thank the Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe from the Isabella County Board of Commissioners for this deal today, this 2% disbursement. Talking to Eric earlier, I believe this year between Arnett County and Isabella County, close to $6 million has been handed out. That's not a record, but that means, as Frank says, that the economy's picking up and coming on strong. So at this time, I'd like to turn it over to Margaret McAvoy, who would like to say a few words.
Thank you, Chairman. I believe the Chairman said all the important things, but I want to thank the Tribal Council and your leadership. I appreciate what your chief said about your tradition of respecting and cherishing the elderly, preparing and taking care of our young. When I look at the distribution that you are making to Isabella County, obviously with a wonderful distribution for Commission on Aging, that's a jewel in the crown of our community here, and everyone who uses that facility and uses those services knows how important that is. We appreciate you recognizing that and giving us some money to help us provide continuous and improved services. I also want to thank you on behalf of the Material Recovery Facility for assisting us with purchasing another vehicle, keeping our environment pristine and clean, and encouraging recycling is an ongoing effort for the county. So thank you very much, and we honor you, we appreciate you, thank you. Brenda, did you want to say something for Commission on Aging? Thank you, Margaret.
First of all, I know it's a lot of hard work that went in to making the choices on where the funds go, so I really appreciate it. In the last over 20 years,
You have given to the Commission on Aging for our elder services almost $8 million now with today's distribution. So thank you very much for that. I have had the privilege of coming here for 20 years at least to accept that. I should have a name on a chair somewhere. But thank you very much. The older adults that we serve across the county appreciate everything you do, and we make sure that when we speak to them, that they know that a great deal of our success is because of you. So thank you very much for everything you do.
All right, and thank you to the county for those kind words. Next, we have the city of Mount Pleasant. So they are receiving $590,815. And on behalf of the city, we'll have Mayor Kathy Lane and Timbertown 2.0 member Rick Urban come up and say a few words.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Obviously, it's very exciting to be here, and we're very grateful for the 2% that we received this morning. I was thinking as I was getting ready to come, what a refreshing change this is from the world of politics that we've seen over the last year or so. A lot of people have been feeling very anxious, very fearful, angry, concerned about the state of the world. This is a refreshing change from that. This is all different people coming together, county, township, city, the tribal council, and looking at the community, agreeing on what basic needs are, and as Frank talked about, good schools, good roads and infrastructure, clean environment, services for our children and our elderly, coming together, talking about it, and working together to meet those needs. And I want to especially thank the tribal council for the roundtables that Eric and Chief Coltier mentioned. It was a wonderful opportunity to come and talk together about how we work even more efficiently to meet the needs, and we really appreciated that opportunity. So thank you very much. Make it.
I too would like to thank Tribal Council for the 2% distribution. We are rebuilding Timbertown down in Island Park. Many of you in this room probably participated 22 years ago when we had 3,500 volunteers in a week to build the facility that we have. It has outlived its useful life and will come down still this winter, hopefully in the next few weeks, and will be replaced next May, the week of May 17th. We'll need volunteers to complete the project, so we encourage you all to participate in the spring, but we could not do it without, of course, the contribution that you're making today. This puts a cap on our fundraising efforts, and it will certainly help us complete the project. So that we have a park facility in Island Park next spring that will be attraction statewide. It'll be the second largest playscape in the state of Michigan. Again. Okay. So thank you very much once again for your support. Couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you, Mayor, for those words. And yeah, you know, Mayor Lane stated the best when saying it's about those collaborations that we have between our villages, our townships, and our local areas of governments to really maximize those dollars. So we're very thankful that all you folks are willing to work together. Moving on, we're going to go to the Isabella Graduate RESD and Special Education program. Today they're receiving $14,344.66. And Dr. Jan Anserberg, the superintendent, will come and say a few words.
Thank you. To first thank the chief and the council and other tribal officials for this award. We support our efforts at Forest Hill Nature Area, which last year we had over 2,000 students experience a nature setting that I think is one of the best in the state of Michigan. We appreciate that support, getting our kids outdoors, and also special ed efforts. And I'd also like to mention my support of the roundtable discussion and idea. Somebody tell that idiot with his phone on the turn. There, don't let him in here again. He was calling to say thanks too. I gotta behave. Anyways, I thought the roundtable was really important, and I know the superintendents all appreciated that as well. So it's good to have that collaborative effort in a big setting like that. So again, thank you.
All right, next we have Chippewa Township receiving $20,489.73. And on behalf, we have Supervisor Robert North coming up. Robert Smith. Sorry about that, Robert.
Just so everybody knows.
We're the Bob Norris and stand-in. We don't have two.
Thank the tribal council and everybody through the buildings that work on doing everything right down to shutting the lights off at night. It takes a lot of work to do what you folks do. Thank you very much. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year.
Yeah, one of those things when you get a name stuck in your head, they give you a call in the morning, and you're thinking of that gentleman talking to you. So apologize about that, Rob. We'll just stick with Rob if it's easier for you. Next up, we have Coe Township receiving $60,456, and Mary Moss, the township supervisor, is coming up to receive that.
Coe Township, on behalf of the board, would just like to thank the tribal council for their generous contributions to Coe Township. We are always, the generous contribution is helpful to the township and their needs. So we appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Next up, we have Deerfield Township receiving $15,000 today, and Walt Nelson, the township clerk, is going to come up and receive those funds.
Well, I don't know how they did it since I didn't write anything down, but I think everyone that was up here stole part of my speech. As everyone knows, over the last several years, cost of business keeps going up, and in most cases our revenues either stayed even, went up very low, in some cases they went down. That leaves people at the local units of government with two choices: either cut services or ask for tax increases. No one wants to be burdened with more taxes, and neither one of those are very popular. That's most communities. This community has Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe as a friendly partner. It's very important to us, and thank you very much for putting it for us.
Thank you, Walt. Next, we have Denver Township, also receiving $15,000, and we have John Pettiak, the township supervisor, coming up on behalf.
Well, once again, I've been coming up here since 2005, representing Denver Township, and it's been a great pleasure to do that. The monies that we get from the tribe have gone to many different things in our township, from roads, helping with ballpark, helping with the children. And this $15,000 is going to be placed towards the purchase of the St. Charles Church in Layton, which we're going to turn into our new township facilities. So I want to thank you, and this is going to be a great help with that. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Next, we have Isabella Township, also receiving $15,000 today, and we have Bob Walton, the township trustee, receiving those funds today.
On behalf of the Isabella Township Board, all the residents, I'd like to thank the tribe for this allocation. We're very appreciative. We did get the Wademan Road project done. It's looking very good, as one of our high priorities is roads, safety. We're looking in the future of, we've been putting up a few of the blinky red lights, solar, at the intersections. I think this is something that is a very good, especially mornings like this morning. Pretty easy to get disoriented. It's a good reminder. So we're just trying to use the money wisely. We greatly appreciate it, and thanks again.
Next, we have Nottawa Township, today receiving $47,933.60. And on behalf of Nottawa Township, we have Judy Schumacher, the Township Clerk.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Nottawa Township, we would certainly like to thank the tribe for their consideration. The money for the radios would be greatly helped. Our firemen in the northwest quadrant of our township, so that will keep us all a lot safer. So we thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Judy. And our final government distribution today will be for Wise Township, receiving $16,950. And Doris Metner, Township Clerk, is coming up to receive those funds.
Good morning. Frank talked about the money being used for the elders, and I guess I'm probably about as elder as they come. I've been with Wise Township for 24 years, and I've worked at the casino for just over 19. I've been coming here since these things started, so I'm very happy to be here today. Our township appreciates everything that you guys have given us. We've used them for various projects, and I think probably this one will go to our mosquito control. It's something we started new this year. Want to continue it next year, and this is a good start towards that program. And I thank you very much.
Thank you for your service over there at the Sornio Casino. We do value that, and we look forward to seeing you. As Doris was saying, a lot of these are, these grants that were awarded are for those public safety, to keep the community safe. And to reiterate, we are at the point where since the 1994 distribution, we are over $235 million. So these add up fairly quickly, and to tell people that number, to see the impact that the tribe is having in these communities is quite instrumental. So we are very appreciative and grateful we are able to share these funds with people. But just over $235 million is something we take pride in. We're going to move along to the schools. Starting with Beal City Public Schools, today they are receiving $61,890, and we have William Chilman, the superintendent, coming up to receive those funds.
Again, thank you. It's always wonderful to represent Beal City Public Schools and our collaboration with the Saginaw Indian Chippewa Tribe. Thank you very much for the roundtables. I know Jan talked about how the superintendents enjoyed that. We respected that. It was a very important afternoon to get together, morning for us, to get together and have those discussions. So thank you very much. I also want to make an announcement in January. Beal City Public Schools and the Saginaw Indian Chippewa Tribe will be working in conjunction with each other to have part-time advisor and tutors available for our Native American students for the first time. So as our student population of Native Americans grows and our general population grows out at Beal City, we're going to be able to service those students in a much more dynamic way, and keeping them in touch with their culture as well as their student success. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you. And some fantastic news. I mean, I know a lot of the area schools here do a lot to highlight the culture that we have and to do things as the educational powwow, bringing some learning experiences, field trips to Zeboying, all those things that we can really do to promote our culture and really show people who we are and answer some of those questions some may not know. So we always are thankful when schools are incorporating those cultural elements into their curriculums or into their programming, and it's something that we really look forward to from each and every school district. Next school we have the Chippewa Hills Public School District, receiving $37,592.33. And we have Dr. Bob Grover coming up, the superintendent for Chippewa Heights.
I'd just like to reiterate that we really appreciate the roundtables. Those were a wonderful experience. We got a chance to know you guys much better, hear what actually interested you, and kind of gave us a little direction. So I really appreciated that. Looking forward to the next round of those. Okay. The Chippewa Hills School District truly appreciates any benefit that we get. We clearly targeted our programs or our projects this year. They're very well defined. We appreciate your help. This is going to be one guided toward the science and the STEM projects and so on, so we're going to utilize it in that manner. I think that's a good direction, especially with the state being unable to make up its mind where science is supposed to go. All the educators back there know exactly what we're talking about. Okay. The next step is going to be social studies. They're figuring that one out also, so you'll probably see that direction coming. But we do truly appreciate everything you've done to help us. I did want to share that our federal program continues to run strong, and for the first time in about 4 years, we actually have 2 high school tutors. It's the first time we've been able to get 2 qualified individuals into the jobs. It seems like we had, Ruthie Cook was there forever for us, and she maintained everything. But having one, and then we'd lose one, and we'd get one, and we could never get 2. We finally have 2 who are able to help all of our high school students with our federal education program. So that's good to know. So again, thank you. We appreciate all your support.
And thank you, Dr. Grover. So this next one's kind of bittersweet for us, and I think, Mike, you might have one more in there before you're stepping away from and retiring, but obviously sad to see you go as you've been a part of this. But the Mount Pleasant Public Schools receiving $711,712.93, and we have Superintendent Mike Pung coming up.
Thank you, Eric. I was just commenting to Dr. Amsbury this morning. I saw Eric up here and a fine job he does. He's a graduate of our tech center and our high school, so a product. And as we had our roundtable discussions, somebody said, gee, do students ever write grants to the tribe? And there was a lot of discussion, and I said, you know, I can only ever remember one that was written by students in conjunction with a teacher. Did a fine job. So, as he said, I'm going to be retiring in June. This is 6 years for me as superintendent. I've been involved in Mount Pleasant Public Schools for 27 years and have seen firsthand 22 of those as an administrator, seen firsthand the good that the monies have done, the tech center and the greater district as well. And you can see by our grant distribution, we are also, Dr. Grover, overhauling our science curriculum, a little bit larger scale than some of the other schools. We have 3,600 students, so it takes a little bit more money to get around, but I really appreciate the partnering and the dedication that the tribe has put trust in us with to spend these funds wisely on our students and carry us forward. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Writing that grant, I didn't think I'd ever be here. I was thinking, yeah, that's something I was doing when I was in school, and the career path never really aligned, but hey, here I am, and who would have thought? So he's telling the good stories too, by the way, so I'm glad I didn't show the other ones. All right. Next, we have the Shepherd Public Schools receiving $171,905, and today we have Don Brown, the Maintenance and Transportation Director, and Claire Bunker coming up.
Don made a comment coming in that I shouldn't wear such high heels, and I wore my 1/4-inch heels today, so next time I'll wear flats. But, yeah, otherwise I don't look tall. No, we are very thankful at Shepherd Public Schools for the generous grants that we receive, and it touches all parts of our schools, from transportation, maintenance, to academics, as well as cultural through these grants. All of our new teachers, because we get new teachers from all over the state, will have a chance to come to the Zeboing Center, learn about Native American culture. Also, part of it, they will be able to receive a t-shirt so they can in turn wear that. So their students know that, you know, they are becoming more knowledgeable and caring about the culture. Grants for literacy, which is important, as well as one for our early college, which allows our students to stay a 5th year and graduate with not only a high school diploma, but an associate's degree to offset the, you know, the cost of a 4-year degree. So we're very happy to be able to provide that. And like Mike Pung, this is Don's last year, and I'm going to have some tears when Don leaves us because he is such an integral part of Shepherd and Shepherd Public Schools. So, and thank you for all you do to help our schools.
Thank you, Don, thank you for your years of service, and you will sorely be missed by the sounds of everything down in Shepherd. So enjoy your retirement as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we're calling up Dr. Jam Ansterberg again. I think that was a reminder on your phone because you're coming up again. So this time, the Gratiot Isabella RESD is going to receive $50,150.
Thanks, Eric. I also have with me Dr. Kathy Peasley, our Associate Superintendent for Instruction and Curriculum. She'll talk a little bit about Imagination Library, which is one of the part of the grants we're getting. I want to also mention that the other piece of this award is integral to our efforts in science, technology, engineering, and math, and that will allow a lot of the future young Erics that are going to be in these programs to let their light shine too. And this is in conjunction with Great Lakes Bay Collaborative Region, so this will be the Isabella County piece of this regional effort, so we very much appreciate those efforts.
Well, and we know that early literacy is one of the best ways to prepare children for school success. The Dolly Parton Imagination Library seeks to do that. They provide a book in the mail each month to every enrolled child from birth to age 5. This grant, and I should add that all of the costs of the books are done through fundraising and through grants such as this. This grant will allow for 775 children in Isabella County to receive a book in the mail each month for the next year. So deeply appreciated.
All right, and our last distribution for today is for the Renaissance Public Schools, receiving $2,513, and we have Principal Lisa Bergman coming up to receive those funds.
On behalf of the staff and students at Renaissance, I want to tell you our sincere thanks for this grant. Once a week, 1 day a week, we allow students to have almost the entire day to choose what they want to learn about. And this grant helps us put the supplies they need in their hands to do that. It includes a sewing machine, it includes the purchase of some reptiles that they are looking for, things that are not in textbooks, things that are not typically in a school. Those kind of expenses start to add up, and I get to go back and tell 103rd and 4th graders that the sky's the limit on their wish and what they want to learn about. So for them, thank you. They will be very excited this afternoon.
Thank you. So they have some new pets, it sounds like, with some reptiles. So, it's always good. It's good responsibility for them, you know, all those pets there. So, well, that will conclude our distribution today. I thank everyone for coming. We look forward to seeing you guys again in the spring. I look forward to talking to you with those roundtables and scheduling some things, getting your input on what you guys would like to see in the applications. But until then, we wish you guys all the safe and happy holiday season, and we will look forward to seeing you guys again in the spring. Thank you. And feel free to get some donuts, some danishes, coffee, waters, juices, all that's supplied for you. We want to make sure you guys enjoy that as well. Our staff at the Sorrento Casino Resort has brought that over, so we thank them.
Never a bad one.